I had done a podcast with Gayatri Shivaraya ma'am, and I had asked her about manifestation. And I had asked her the difference between manifestation and karma. She told me if you're vibrating at luck, at knowledge, then all the things vibrating at the same thing will automatically come to you. That is what I understood. So, what are your thoughts on manifestation?
When I was younger, when I was in college, I'm 32 years old today. But say when I was between 18 to 22, my whole head was all about manifestation and visualization. Because I watch a lot of sports and lots of sports people talk about manifestation. So that had influenced me. So I kept visualizing things. And all those things came true. With effort, obviously. It's not just enough to visualize. You have to put in hard work. But then eventually, once I started this show, I met all these evolved people. Like Sadhguru, like Gauranga Das Prabhu, like Shri M, like B.K. Shivani ma'am. And all of them taught me one common truth, which is that yes, manifestation power exists inside you, but the only thing you should truly manifest is your closeness to the divine. So if you only ask the divine to be near you, eventually the divine manifests things for you that are better than the visualizations that you have had for yourself. So I never manifest anything in the long term anymore. But if I'm nervous about something that's happening the next day, I just try visualizing a positive outcome to settle down my nervousness, because that's what I learned from sport. So that's as far as I'll go. But I also believe that when you manifest, you're letting go of a little bit of your spiritual energy, which you're accumulating through prayer and meditation. Therefore, only manifest going closer to the divine. That's how I feel.
And one more thing to me is that I had asked her the difference between manifestation and karma. Karma, I feel, is like a boomerang. What you throw, it automatically comes back to you. And karma का basic rule क्या है? जो कर रहे हो वो आपके पास ही वापस आएगा. So I think every time someone says karma, I visualize that there is a wooden boomerang with karma carved on it. So like when you're throwing it, it comes back to you.
Do you ever try explaining all these concepts to your friends who are your age?
I do, but they're just like, एक काम कर, SS के PT पे ध्यान दे, इस पे मत ध्यान दे, बेटा.
Do any of them get it?
No.
So you only talk to adults about all this stuff?
No. I just read, and like if I feel like it's necessary to say it here or I need to say it here, I'll say it here. But,
oh wow, that's really mature.
But if I feel like इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है, why do I need to say it?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. Basically, no offense, but this is one of my least favorite questions someone asks me. Because I don't exactly want to know or know what is going to come in the future.
Do you think you're going to do some version of what you're already doing?
God knows. And that literally, because God does know. But the three things I wouldn't mind becoming is dancer. I love dancing. Dancing is my hobby. Even before we were filming, like a song was playing and I was like dancing and vibing. Then an archaeologist. My godfather was quite surprised. Like, archaeologist? Oh my God. And then thirdly, an author. Any of the three.
I won't be surprised if you become an author. I won't be surprised if you do something in the world of content, you know. I think the internet is going to need people like you in 2040. It needs people like you in 2025 also. You know, a lot of adults my age are watching you on our phones and learning so much about Krishna and Vishnu. And you're 9 years old. That's crazy to us. Do you know what ASMR is?
Yes, I do.
When you see like, those visuals and sounds that feel nice. So with all kids podcasts, it's ASMR for people our age. It heals us because our lives are a little difficult. You know, adult life is not simple. Yeah, so it's really nice listening to kids like you. Do you think adult life can be difficult?
I don't know. Since I haven't experienced it in any way yet, obviously. But my people, like the people around me, keep telling me, you sound like you're 90.
I agree. And that's a compliment.
And plus, I also feel like the one thing you need when you grow up a little is meditation. Don't read Bhagavad Gita, it's fine. Don't pray, it's fine. Just meditate.
Do you meditate?
Yes, I do. But it's
Really?
not the kind of meditation you would expect. Like most people, when they look at me and I tell them I meditate, what they're imagining, I feel, is like I'm meditating with large mantras. No. That's like I have this audio on Spotify. It's called Meditation Mountain.
Okay.
Not just Meditation Mountain, I have a variety of audios, but I have multiple. And this one, it's for 15 minutes. I try to wake up early at 5:15 until 5:30. I'll do this. And it's in the end of the audio, they give you a few affirmations like I'm strong, I'm loved and cared for. And that's a really good kickstart to your day because I wake up at 5:36 ish, and that, especially during 4 to 6, it is like peak peace positive timing. Okay, and I'm not even lying when I'm saying this. So
It's called Brahma Muhurat, right?
yes,
What's the most memorable temple you've been to in your life?
it's one here in Bangur Nagar. It's called Ayappa Temple. It was वो rice से करते ना जीप पे, like that. I don't know what that ritual is called.
Oh, where they pierce the tongue?
With the rice, yeah. That my brother's was done there. I'm not sure if mine was done there too, but my brother's was done there. Then our old dance studio, उसका जो even our new dance studio, the dance studios, उनका पूजा, the pandit from that temple, he had come to do. Like in general, it's like a home to me. That Ayappa temple. Many people would think, oh, she would like a Ram temple or a Krishna temple. This is also because Ayappa is a god of the south,
Yeah.
and I'm a South Indian.
Yeah, well,
Partially a South Indian.
yeah.
Many people get confused when I see this because you can either be fully North Indian or fully South Indian. But that's not in my case. This is going to take a long time to explain.
I mean, your dad's from Chhattisgarh and your mum's from Kerala.
No, that's not the only difference. You see, my mum is from Kerala. She's born there, brought up in Bhilai. My aunt was born in Gwalior. My aunt, that's my mom's sister. My aunt's husband, my Mosa, is Maharashtrian. This feels so funny right now. My dad's dad is from Andhra. And my dad's mum is from UP.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't know if there's any more division there.
Nice. You represent all of India.
Yeah. And it's like when someone asks me, what's your native place? I'm like, let's do this.
So tell me one thing. If you had younger siblings and you're 9 years old, so if your siblings were 4 and 5 years old, how would you explain our Hindu faith to them? How do you explain what Hinduism is?
But I wouldn't explain anything. I would just let the books do the talking. Because now, since I've read since I was 4 and I'm 9 now, I've been reading for 5 years continuously. I know धीरे धीरे करके कौन से books देने हैं. And I know that. So I'll not talk. I'll take the back seat. But I will let the books go on stage.
Which books?
I used to have these 3 books for kids. Stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata and Lord Krishna respectively. Then I got Palace of Illusions. It's a very famous book. And Forest of Enchantments. Both were written by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. Good books. And one more author I'd like to mention, Amiganatra. Mahabharata and Ramayana Unraveled.
She's been one of the most legendary guests of this podcast.
And like, kudos to Sid Chachu for making me meet her. I had a lot of misconceptions. All were cleared the moment she started talking.
Yeah. You know, one thing I've learned from Amiganatra is that Rishi Valmiki wrote the Ramayana, okay, and Ved Vyas narrated the Mahabharata to Ganpati Bhagwan,
Who wrote?
it. Okay, and these are the 2 original versions of it. But the thing is, these versions have been around for so long
That you don't know what's wrong and what's right.
No, I think that these 2 versions are great, but too many human beings have added their own stories on
Their
top
own
of all
masala.
this. Yeah. But the thing is, this applies to a lot of other Hindu stories that we hear. And that's one thing I've learned through the show. So now there's no way to know exactly what's true and what's not other than reading multiple original scriptures. So ideally you should be reading them in Sanskrit. But there are some decent English translations nowadays. But all the Puranas, like obviously Vishnu Puran, Skand Puran, Shiv Puran, etc. And then these two books. And I think that for every adult Hindu, that's the right traditional way of learning about Hinduism. But there's no way to learn this exactly. Like, do you use Chat GPT?
No.
No, never.
Never. I
Ever?
used to do in the starting, but then I realized like the worst person to trust if it comes to learning about Hindu scriptures is AI.
Why do you say that?
Because AI is created by humans. We humans don't know what is the truth. So at the there is no difference between asking AI and asking a human sitting right in front of me.
You know, you're right. I see a lot of friends my age using ChatGPT for astrology and using ChatGPT even for tarot reading. And they really, really believe in what that AI bot is outputting. But the truth is, I'm an engineer and I understand how technology works. A human being has trained that AI. And the astrological outputs of AI, they are not accurate. You need a professional astrologer or you need an AI based astrology app that's crafted accurately, because astrology is a very deep science and you won't be able to get accurate astrology from AI. But the same applies to what you're saying, the scriptural
Scriptures.
knowledge. The only way to really understand Hindu Dharma is to study the scriptures, ideally in Sanskrit. Do you know Sanskrit?
I'm learning.
Oh, really? I think you're going to become a lifelong student, you know. It's a very nice place to be mentally throughout life. I think you're going to keep learning things throughout life and then pass it on to the rest of the world. But as your elder brother, I would direct you towards the scriptures. Because every time you're reading something from a book, question it a little bit. That's one thing I've learned through the show also. If you really want to learn the truth about philosophy, spirituality, you turn to the scriptures. And just know when you're reading a book by any human, you have to minus out their personality from what you're reading. You can enjoy it, but don't take it as the ultimate truth. Have that little question in your own head. I think that's the purpose of being Hindu.